a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best because I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time, be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. We are just moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. With that, we're out to Arrowhead for the call from Kansas City. We'll hand it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit.
And right away, he lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On 2nd down, Richard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually...
They've got his man complete! And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the ground, Richard. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And picked up by the Chargers.
Can we get some forensics done here? Because I need to figure out...
What, on that ball?
Yeah, on the ball, on the guys carrying the ball. What's going on? Back-to-back drives. Back-to-back fumbles. That just doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you're coming out of the play in the NFL.
I don't think the coaching staff thinks it makes a whole lot of sense either.
No, maybe there'll be changes, but if nothing else, There will be a few stern talking tos, that's for sure.
A big play there for L.A. 47 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Nice little nifty play for them there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Darius Slayton with touchdown number 8 on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Well, they have to be loving this start to the first quarter.
Well, the way that they're going, I mean, you're talking about 2 touchdown drives already. They feel very confident and feel like they have all the answers in this game. They're 1 point away from going up 14-0. Maybe they press the advantage and go for 2.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it? It
certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Now a look at the Chargers starting 11 on defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Being chased out left. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. 17 yards. First down, Chargers. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. That's complete to Slayton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Jackson dancing to his left. And Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football play.
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
On the draw, Richard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown. They're able to widen their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past him.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
On 1st down, Richard. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now on 2nd and 13, Mahomes complete, the tight end Kelsey. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. It's Kelsey on the grab. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. Second quarter from Arrowhead, it's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Second quarter from Arrowhead, it's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Richard, and they're going to lose some on this play, being knocked back to the 18. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll be a 2nd and long. On 2nd down now, Richard. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. Here's another failure right there on 3rd down.
And the kick by Butker is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Running on first down, Eckler. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It was Breland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Go, come again.
To throw is Jackson. Steps away to his left. He'll run it. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down. Makes it manageable now.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 17-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have.
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. From 17 yards out. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On second down, Richard. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And now look at him go. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD.
That pick six extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But things don't improve fast then. I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
From the 31, Mahomes. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again.
On third down, Richard.
It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on fourth down.
Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is Harris. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On third down, Jackson. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. It's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now here's Mahomes. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Mahomes now to throw. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Mahomes now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Here's Mahomes to throw. They complete it to Hill. And down inside the 15 he goes. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Until that late score here in the second quarter, they only had the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half, but when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as a head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the line.
That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back?
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. And he's into the clear. He's at the 40. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 59 yards for him on the ground. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He'll have a first down inside the 10. He completes it to Henry. And down to the 7-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year as his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And going deep. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And it may only be for pride now, but the Chiefs get a bit closer. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down. With this deficit, he might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jackson now, throwing again. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Over 30 yards there, and first downs on 3 consecutive plays now.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Jackson now. And it's caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To throw again is Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And And Jackson throwing once more. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Frank Clark, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
So the sack means it's 3rd and goal now from the 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. From 10 yards out, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. See, it didn't seem like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now a dump off here complete. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And an alley to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Richard. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He'll find his running back here, Richard. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 45-yard line.
Wow, that ball gets knocked from and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. His primary guy was going to be.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 28, the 40, the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, LA. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, I think I'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position and throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
Listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help them a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
This is Richard, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. Mahomes finding his tight end, Kelsey, for a big one. 44 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Chiefs on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
You're not ready.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Toward the pylon, caught. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. You're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs gain a bit of respectability.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
So out come the Chargers. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
Yeah.
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Now Saquon Barkley. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 48 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal.
50's the mark. 50's the mark. 3 buns.
Now it's Jackson. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Darius Slayton there to make the grab as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. when you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll bring up second down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chargers getting set to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
She's singing too.
Oh, she's at least...
She's on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes gets this one to Hill. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Mahomes going to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for him because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did him no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for him. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a first and 10 as they search for a late score. To throw, it's Mahomes. That's complete to Richard, the running back.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes, it's a screen to Richard. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Mahomes now to throw.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
You're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And again, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This has been be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's fourth down. And here just playing for pride at this point. Down big, but they'll go for it on fourth and goal. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa. And the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Zip it. Pop, 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 pop.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Showed a good move, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I can't believe they let you play.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He's going to fire one deep over the... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for our visitors, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, their season is...
Come on.